Hello antique friends, and welcome to my channel for another antique related video. This is Deanna from Vintage Touch Antiques. In this video I'd like to take you around and share with you some of the Halloween vignettes that I've put together using my antique Halloween collections. I love bringing out my papier-mâché jack-o'-lanterns and other Halloween collections this time of the year and putting them on display. And so this is to help you, I hope, to find ways to put your collections on display and maybe give you a little bit of an incentive to collect Halloween antiques as well. In this particular vignette right here, it's just a tabletop display that I've put together using, this is a papier-mâché jack-o'-lantern man, which is a little bit more difficult to find. I was just really thrilled to be able to find him, and I have put him together with just some artificial little leaves there on the tabletop. I've added a little Halloween postcard with a darling little child image there with jack-o'-lanterns. In the back is a jack-o'-lantern Halloween book, which again, I was thrilled to find this. This is not something that you run onto very often, but I just loved the cover on that particular book. And then I've added just a piece of faux flowers back there in the background that kind of like helps to round out the entire display. I usually use doilies or something like that to anchor my displays if I feel like I need something that will help to show off the pieces that I have. So that's my first display that I want to share with you. This little tabletop vignette that I have put together here also features a papier-mâché jack-o'-lantern, and you can see his face insert there shining as the daylight shines through it. I've added some other antique elements here showing you that you don't always have to have Halloween collectibles per se. For instance, this book here is just a linen Red Riding Hood series book that's called Rhymes and Jingles, and it shows an image there of the little children's story Peter Pumpkin Eater. I just about forgot there. I had a wife and couldn't keep her, so he put her in the pumpkin shell. That's the idea. And the pumpkin, of course, goes with Halloween. I selected just a few little tin children's cups here. These are just little quaint little 19th century or early 1900s cups. Very rough condition, but the little tin tray there is orange, and I thought it would go along with this vignette. And then I've added another antique postcards, this one with the little girl image looking at the hanging jack-o'-lanterns there. So that is another one of my vignettes for this year. This little Halloween vignette, it sits on the side of my fireplace here in my family room, and this one has a group of my antique mohair bears. Now they normally just hang out, but this year I put them with some Halloween collectible things that I have. Again, not all of them are Halloween, but they look good with the Halloween theme. This one's Bedtime Stories for Little Ones, that book in the back, and of course it has a little pumpkin with a boy on the front. May also be Peter Pumpkin Eater as well. This little bear here is holding a Jack Pumpkinhead book, which looks very good with the Halloween things. Another one, I've got him sitting here holding another papier-mâché jack-o'-lantern in his lap. And at the bottom of this scene is one of those cardboard, this is a scarecrow with the pull-up tissue wings that you put on display, and those are, I've got that one sitting in a needlepoint flower frog, so he'll stand up there for me. And as you can see, you can take all of your collections and add a few Halloween items, turn them into a nice Halloween vignette. This little display here is set up to look like a little schoolroom. And I have one of my large mohair bears here sitting in this old school desk, as you can see there. And I've added one of those fabric vintage Halloween masks on him just to turn that into a little bit more of a Halloween theme. So there he sits all dressed up in his little Halloween mask. This Halloween vignette is another tabletop display that I have here in my dining room area. I've taken a little child's antique chair. I've added a little antique toe-painted chest that makes it look a little bit like a treasure chest there. Sorry for the shadows. I've added just an old ironstone pitcher with some flowers. In the back is another Halloween postcard showing a little jack-o'-lantern girl, I guess, with some owls there in the tree. Again, the paper-mache jack-o'-lantern with his insert. And incidentally, if you find these jack-o'-lanterns and they don't have their inserts, you can buy reproductions, but you can also make some. So if you're artistic, just put those in there, hand-drawn, and they will still look very nice. So that's one of my displays in my dining room. This display is a very simple display, but it's just here on my buffet. And because this is one of those fluorescent type of paper-mache jack-o'-lanterns, he doesn't have inserts, he's just got painted eyes. I put him inside of an old bandbox or pantry box there. And whenever the lights are low, he looks really spooky and like he's just like coming up out of there. And I've added some little leaves there as a decorative base or anchor. And then over to the side here is another Halloween postcard. I love to decorate with early postcards, and they can be displayed, and they just kind of like give a little finishing touch to some of your vignettes. There's a ironstone pitcher there with some artificial flowers. Those are the red colors that I've added. And I've left my brown transferware plates lined up there in the back. They usually are there in this room, and I thought they went very well with this particular display, so I just left them there. So that's another one of my vignettes in the dining room. Now this is my mantle display here in my family room, and I am sorry for that glare over the center focal point picture there because of the glass. There's just really not much I can do about that with that spotlight on it. So try to just look past that. And this is a little bit more elaborate display here that I've put onto my mantle using, again, Halloween antiques that I have collected and a part of my collection. I'm going to begin here on the right. I'm sorry for the shakiness. This is hard to film with because I have no option but to hold the camera, and it's just difficult sometimes. Okay, on the right I have this cluster of early paper-mache or pressed paper jack-o'-lanterns. I've got them lined up there in a array with this earlier one right here that's a smaller early one there in the center with the little, just a cheap little skeleton emerging from him. I've got above that another one of those cardboard stand-up, Halloween stand-ups. This one is the owl with the pull-up tissue wings. I just went out into the yard and grabbed tree limbs and sprayed them with white spray paint so that it would look a little bit more like a Halloween backdrop there. And also On the side here is an oilcloth crow that stands up there on that little tin base. Incidentally, what I used to put that twig tree was to use a cage flower frog, and those little limbs just stick right down in there and stand up, so it makes that really handy. In the center is a antique, hope you can see it, it's a little dark, but it's an antique folk art little box that's designed and painted like a little house. You can see there how it is. It's really cute. It looks a little bit like a treasure chest, so I thought that, because it has some blue on it, thought that would go well with this display. On this side I have a little ceramic owl sitting there. Have a little man in a truck with a blue box, and he's carrying another postcard. Again, I love to decorate with the old antique postcards. And then on this side are orange colored early 19th century or late 19th century, early 1900s children's building blocks or alphabet blocks. And so that is my mantle display for this Halloween, along with my other vignettes, and I thank you for watching. Please check the description of the video for where you can find me on the web. I do sell a lot of these jack-o'-lanterns and things, and so you might want to check to see what's available for sale. And thank you for watching.